Okie dokie, I think we're live then. So that was Universe's Storm from Loop Hero, and I'll put a link to that in the VOD description. Alright, so, well, here we are. Zoink. Oh, it's in total silence, that's a bit lame. Right, so this is the second Nintendo Direct I've reacted to after it's been a while, hasn't it? The last one was the Thousand Year Door one, and I know that because that was the first one I reacted to. That was months ago. But here we are. And so, what are we hoping for? I mean, I'm not hoping for anything. I never have any particular expectations when I go into one of these. But yeah, the obvious one to call out is Metroid Prime 4, as usual. But given that we had Metroid Dread not that long ago, was that 2022 or 23? I don't remember. But then we also had the Metroid Prime 1 remaster. So, you know, those all feel like things that are tiding us over while they're stuck in development hell, basically. And, I mean, I've been spoiled on one thing right at the beginning because I overslept, annoyingly. You know, I woke up at 9 AM with 6 hours to spare. And then, like, I was just, I'll just sleep for a little bit longer. 6 hours later, I wake up, it's exactly 3 PM. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, if I'd woken up 10 minutes earlier, I could have rushed and started in time. But nope. So, don't tell anyone, but here I am, watching the VOD, not actually watching live. Oops. So yeah, when I went into Discord and went into the Watch Party channel, I saw what people were seeing. Well, I saw them talking about it, so I know one thing. Got a few seconds to spare, so hey Nev. Yeah, that I feel like that was a later track in Loop Hero. Some of those boss themes and later tracks do get quite hype, and I do enjoy the aesthetic of the sound. I mean, yeah, you can't have expectations for a Nintendo Direct. They do whatever they like. Even if something is obvious, you're like, you know, announcing the Switch's successor for the last 3 years running. They just refuse to do it. But, well, here we go. And let's see how many surprises there are in store.
Peggy 16.
Ooh. Looking forward to some of my reactions. Wow. I've put a ducker on my audio this time, so it should be still like reasonably loud when I'm not talking. Oh my goodness, it is Mario and Luigi. So this is the one thing I was spoiled on. This is amazing. Like I was just thinking the other day about how we were probably never going to get another Mario and Luigi game, but maybe it would be nice if they figured it out somehow. Wow, it's actually a fully 3D home console game now. So all three Mario RPG branches are now on the same console together. That's wild. And this has got a really nice style to it as well. Look at that. Cutie. Well, this looks delightful. That is crazy though, seeing Mario RPG and Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi all existing side by side. With their classic installments in the former two and a new one which looks in the mold of the classic installments this time. So like, I'm wondering what the Alpha Dream situation is now. if like Nintendo has hired the core staff or something. Snoutlet. Isn't that a pre-existing enemy? I feel like I recognize it. Oh wow. That's a cool villain. In the tradition of Count Bleck. Not that that's Mario and Luigi. Mario and Luigi... Brothership. Okay. For a moment I was like, that's a boring title, but yeah, they were on a ship, so makes sense.
皆さんこんにちは。任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます高橋です。
Unfortunately, I finished my
最
tea.
初にご覧いただいたのはシリーズ9年ぶりとなる
I was my most British ever this morning. Well, this afternoon, I should say. My breakfast was tea and crumpets.
謎の島々で繰り広げられる物語。
But I finished the tea by the time I finished
マリオとルイージによる
setting up
進
and
化
went
した
live.
ブラザーアクションにご期待ください。
Okay,
それで
super
は
moves,
ヘッドライ
whatever.
ンをご覧ください。
Right, and let's get into the meat and
Bring the
potatoes.
championships home.
Oh.
Or on the go. The thrill of the Nintendo World Championships is heading to Nintendo Switch.
So, remake,
Take on
or is
over
it? It's just okay.
150 speed-running challenges from across 13 NES games. From
Oh.
lightning-fast feats to action-packed battles.
Well, is this a successor to NES Remix as well? Then,
Surprise yourself with each challenge and perfect your timing. Then give it your best shot and aim for the top of the online leaderboards.
that's
You
cool.
can also try more difficult legend
You know, I'd prefer
challenges.
this to the remake treatment, honestly.
Like completing
games this
Super Mario
old,
Brothers in one go
Given
using
modern graphics, just feel uncanny. Like even the
Stuck on a legend challenge? Check out
even the
classified
All Stars
information
version of
for
Mario
tips
1
and
is
tricks to
like
help you
off.
improve. Put your skills to the test in survival mode, where you'll race against ghost
Wow.
players worldwide. After
Cool.
each round, half of the players will be eliminated. You've only got one shot
Hadn't
to
thought of
survive.
that. What hadn't you thought of?
You
Sorry, I
the
wasn't
last
looking at the
one
chat.
standing? Nintendo World Championships NES Edition launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th. Pre-orders for the digital version are available now on Nintendo eShop. The final battle of Fairy Tail is about to begin.
Fairy Tale?
行くぞハッピー
Relive the climactic Alvarez Empire arc from the hit anime Fairy Tail in this action RPG.
I've heard that name.
Set in the vast
Yeah, the fact
kingdom
that
of Fiore,
all three RPG
team
lines are on one
prepares
console,
to
yeah.
finish
Oh wow,
their
I didn't look at
final
chat in ages then, did I?
Engage in real-time battles. And
Yeah, I've
unleash
heard the
powerful
title of
attacks
this, but
that
the
use
name
different
of this
kinds of
series, but I don't know
magic
anything
based on
about
using
it.
your party. Work together with your teammates to take down powerful enemies.
It sure does look like an anime action RPG.
Fairy Tail 2 launches on Nintendo Switch this winter. Embark on a multi-dimensional journey. From Final Fantasy series creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu
Ooh, hello.
comes the turn-based RPG Fantasian.
Okay.
The world is slowly being robbed of its civilization. To restore his
So it's like intentionally evoking the aesthetic of PS1 Final Fantasy.
all mankind.
Them? The malevolent god?
But I didn't think
Skills are the
these
ticket
guys
to
had
winning battles.
lost
Just a skill's
lost the rights to their own series or
trajectory
something.
enemies at
So
once.
it's probably not a
You can also
Mighty Number
send
9
enemies you
Bloodstain
encounter
situation,
to a
but
separate dimension and fight them
but it's
later.
definitely like, hey, let's make our own
The more enemies there are, the more you can wipe out.
copyright-friendly version of the franchise we used to run.
Let them go!
Now,
Uematsu's last fully scored game. Okay, is he? As he said, he's retiring after this one.
Fantasian Neo Dimension launches on Nintendo Switch.
Okay,
this
looks
winter.
retro in a good way, I would say.
Another sport
Even
is
if the
coming
protagonist
to
looks
Spoko Square.
a bit generic. Oh,
Basketball is being added as a free update to Nintendo Switch Sports.
Okay.
Dribble
Excuse me, I didn't think they were gonna give
and shoot.
Switch Sports any thought after this. After it was released, and everyone was like, yeah, this is alright. And everyone hated the avatars.
And score as many baskets as you can within the time limit. Up to 4 players can also compete in 5-streak battle.
He'll still work, but doesn't have it in him to do a full score anymore. Yeah, that makes sense.
In 2-on-2 online matches.
Well, more music from him is always appreciated.
This free update for Nintendo Switch Sports dunks its way onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
Okay, bit random to just suddenly add basketball to the game. Like 2 years, 3 years even? When did that come out? Feels like at least 2 years after that game came out. Oh, look at the friend. Oh. Okay. Tentacle hair. Bit weird, but... cute critter. Wow, this looks nice. A little bit disappointed to see 2.5D. But that's a cool aesthetic. Liking the music so far too. Is one that caught your eye? Yeah. Sure. Mio. Okay. Or is it Mayo?
It's an array of cartoon classics.
Alright, well that looked cool.
Leap into a
Cartoon
new
classics.
update for Disney Illusion Island.
Oh.
Arnott's greatest detective is solving a mystery, and only Mickey and friends can help. In the brand new
Okay.
adventure,
Well, I
Mystery
wonder how
Involved.
soulless this will be.
Uncover hints and evidence scattered
Yeah, maybe it'll be a
throughout the
neat game.
world. Then use the dashboard to crack each case. What big secret lies at the end? Start sleuthing because this free update launches on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, never mind.
later
It's
today.
a pre-existing game. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Island adventures await.
Alright, Hello Kitty as well.
Customize your character.
Oh, you can make a Sanrio OC. Amazing.
Kuromi, and other familiar faces in this open world adventure. Team up with your new pals to solve mysteries and restore friendship
Definitely no
island when
inspiration taken from
Hello
Animal
Kitty
Crossing.
Island Adventure launches as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch next year.
Okay. I mean, I suppose...
Let's get
Oh.
loony in this wacky
I
sports
suppose
game.
Animal Crossing was probably at least slightly inspired by Hello Kitty aesthetically.
Porky Pig, and more across
Oh,
4
well, this looks slightly cheap.
arcade-style sports. Unleash the full power of Acme across iconic levels in up to 4-player local co-op.
Don't say Acme and show Wile E. Coyote on screen. I'm still so miffed about that.
This autumn.
What's up?
I don't even need to say it, do I?
All, folks.
Let's game on.
What was wrong with his voice?
New crewmate and imposter roles are being added to Among Us.
Ah,
Alert
they're adding new
others, you are
roles,
limited
okay.
as a noise
I've seen
maker.
mods that do that anyway. Bit of a
Devices on others
Town of
as a
Salem type
tracker.
thing.
Or turn invisible while taking out players as a phantom. Suss things out when this
Oh
free
boy,
update
I
for
wonder if
Among
that's gonna be
Us
overpowered.
sneaks onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Okay, yeah. I saw that the date of the Direct was accidentally sort of leaked
Command.
by there being
This is Felicidad,
an Among Us update scheduled for that day,
Those
this
who
day.
command and raise them are called Farmagia and play a vital role in the rest of civilization. 10 of Farmagia must rise up
Farmagia.
against the oppressive Magus to stop his vicious reign of the underworld. Raise monsters and lead them into the fight against the Magus' army. Plant seeds. Then
I'm
cultivate.
sorry, I don't know why it would be pronounced like that. It looks like Farmagia, which... I know, Magia just sounds silly as well.
They can then be trained for battle.
Okay.
Give commands to your monsters. and
So it's a
destroy
Dynasty
enemies
Warriors type
with
game, except...
action-packed combat.
No, I'm thinking of it backwards. You've got the hordes against the small number of enemies.
Call forth a giant fusion summon and wreak havoc on your
So
foes.
all about beast taming and summons and stuff. And it's got a farming sim mode, because of course it has.
Join the rebellion to stop the Magus in Farmagia, launching on Nintendo Switch November 1st.
I still remember the one where it was all farming sims. Is this Donkey Kong Country Returns?
Originally
Okay.
released on Wii, is
Okay then.
barreling onto Nintendo Switch in HD.
So now the definitive version is stuck on 3DS.
Cat Tribe has hypnotized the local wildlife and stolen Donkey Kong's precious banana
Yeah, it
ore.
doesn't look like it's had much visual upgrade though, aside from the resolution.
Obstacles in the way? Just
But
stop
that
'em,
is still welcome.
pound 'em. And
Did they?
roll
Oh yeah,
on
of course
through.
they put Tropical Freeze on
Each level
Switch.
is
New
filled
funky
with
mode, I forgot about that.
but they're no match for these top bananas. From
Well, there you go then.
Manic Line Carts,
That reminds me, are there any outstanding
high-flying rocket
Wii U
barrels,
games which still haven't been released for Switch? And I mean outstanding mainly in obvious ones, but also in that, yes, outstandingly good perhaps.
Pass a Joy-Con controller to a buddy for 2-player local co-op.
Okay.
80 appealing levels are in store, including the additional levels from the Nintendo 3DS version.
There you go. Great. Now,
Donkey Kong
what
Country
else?
Returns
Is it
HD.
Yoshi's Woolly World and
Nintendo
Kirby's
Switch,
Epic Yarn and a
January
couple of other
16th.
games that have their definitive versions on 3DS?
所狭しと突き進むドンキーコングとディ
Oh
ディ
yeah.
コングの冒険が HD になって
Yoshi's Woolly World, that's a Wii U game which hasn't been released on Switch and was good.
続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Okay then. Oh. More HD 2D. Oh yeah, Wind Waker HD? I suppose so, but that's not a Wii U original. Ah, okay, I thought the protagonist looks a little familiar there. It's Dragon Quest III. Well, there you go then.
Allies to face the Archfiend on an epic adventure.
Yeah, I thought I recognised his hair.
Memorable encounters.
Oh, how very cool.
Perplexing challenges.
It's just a strength puzzle.
And formidable monsters await.
Yeah, the classic Toriyama monsters.
An iconic RPG.
His legacy lives on.
HD 2D.
You lost it on this announcement, I'm sure you did.
Forge your own path.
You know, I was going to have to say at some point where, oh yeah, if there's a boring one, then I'll probably cut it out of the video on my main channel and just show that in the VOD, because we don't need to see that, it would just be a waste of time. But so far I've had something to say about all of them.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D
Dragon Quest
remake.
3.
Coming to Nintendo Switch November 14th.
Why Dragon Quest 3 in particular? Was that a fondly remembered one? Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I was wondering why they did 3, but I hadn't heard about 1 and 2. Okay, so they're doing 1 and 2 as well.
ダイレクトをご覧の皆様、こんにちは、堀井裕二です。
Ah,
ドラゴンクエスト3の映像、いかがでしたか？ようやく発売日を発表できて、僕も嬉しく思います。そして今日、サプライズで発表したドラゴンクエスト1 & 2も
I mean, it was a surprise announcement in itself.
決定しました。時系列としては3が物語の始めるとなって、
Oh, Dragon Quest 3 comes first chronologically. That makes more
あっ
sense.
と驚く展開が待っています。ロト3部作となる3と1 & 2どちらもぜひ楽しんでもらえたら嬉しいです。どうも堀井裕二でした。
堀井さん、ありがとうございました。 HD2D になって蘇る新たなロト3部作にご期待ください。引き続きヘッドラインをご覧ください。
Alright then. Oh no! I could have some things to say about this one as well. Just not favorable things this time.
Wait, He-Man? Great Scott! Is that Marty McFly? The world of Funko
Is that Marty
in
McFly?
this
Same rectangle head and button eyes as the rest of them.
Play with more than 60
I actually
characters.
couldn't have told you.
Explore locations based on over 20 iconic movies, TV shows,
Oh,
and
this
more.
looks like an alpha build as
Use
well.
Special skills and crafted gadgets to explore epic
Unless
worlds.
this is just what the Switch version looks
Unique
like.
Puzzles, hidden areas, and familiar foes. Dinosaurs from Jurassic World and Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. They're certainly not toying
okay.
around. Unbox the universe.
We didn't have much favorable to say in the server either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look through the chat log later and see what you guys all said. Oh
Got a
boy.
smorgasbord of spooky, silly, and strategic games. Ready for an adventure
Oh.
of ghoulish proportions?
Okay.
Summon your
Yes. Okay. No, this was announced. It's Luigi's Mansion 1 that's still stuck on 3DS.
filled with
I was gonna
goofy
say.
ghosts, tricky traps, and other supernatural.
I mean, who knows? They could do that one as well now that they've got the engine for it.
Mansion 2 HD launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
Yeah, that was basically the reason they did Luigi's Mansion 1 on
Nintendo eShop.
3DS, wasn't it?
Little Dempa Men. Find them, catch them, and lead them on a joyful RPG adventure.
Sorry?
Explore dungeons and battle monsters.
I think these look familiar.
Customize all sorts of outfits. Decorate your island however you'd like. And
Oh
more.
my goodness.
Plus, up to
What?
4 players
It's another RPG and another Animal Crossing.
Dempa Men. The new Dempa Men is free to play and launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch July 22nd.
Okay. Whoa, Metal Slug.
Strategize away in this tower defense installment of the Metal Slug series.
Oh.
Take control of your forces and pulverize enemy strongholds. Choose from over 300 units with different
Excuse
abilities.
me? Look at that one in the middle, my goodness.
To win tactical
Yeah, I don't know
tussles.
much about Metal Slug. All I know is
You can also
big guns,
slug
big
it out with
machines,
other
and
players in
overly
online
animated
battles.
sprites. Like, goodness me, look at these.
Metal Slug Attack Reloaded storms onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Okay. The title makes it sound like a remake, but I didn't think he said that.
On an expedition of the damned in this eagerly awaited
Oh,
sequel
Darkest
to the
Dungeon
gothic
2.
roguelike RPG. Board your stagecoach and set off across a decaying landscape to prevent an apocalypse.
Oh yeah, it's very recognizable.
Fight off nightmarish fiends in turn-based combat.
That was the only reason I felt confident enough to say the name before I saw it pop
Your
up on
abilities
screen.
After each deadly run. Darkest Dungeon 2 launches on Nintendo Switch. July
Another one I really
13th.
don't know anything about.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Alright.
More classic titles are on the way.
Alright, let's see what NSO does for us this time. Link to the Past
Play Link's
Force,
classic
or what?
16-bit adventure and team up online to explore randomized dungeons in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords.
Was this a thing? I never heard of this. Oh, Metroid
Experience
Zero
the
Mission,
remake
cool.
Of Samus's first adventure in Metroid Zero Mission.
Oh, she gets her togs off. I didn't know that about this game.
Plus, coming to the new Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online Mature Collection of
Mature.
games.
And speaking of getting their togs off. Oh, Turok, okay.
Brave the dangerous lost land to stop the campaigners' nefarious schemes in Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. And
Now you can relive all the janky fun. Ooh!
infiltrate a corporation to end their alien
Nice.
conspiracy in Perfect Dark. Now with online multiplayer.
That's a bit of a steal.
All 4 games will be available for Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack
And it's
members
still all
later
expansion
today.
pack. Alright.
Set sail to save the day. This is Verona, a young woman with the ability to communicate with phantoms.
I will take all of this
Join her on a journey to save her friend Ash. In this new installment in the Phantom Brave series,
that doesn't ring a bell.
take on tactical turn-based battles, where you'll combine the
Tactical
Phantoms you've
turn-based
befriended
battles.
with objects in various
Is
ways.
this a Mario and Rabbids like?
Combine Phantoms with certain objects to maneuver them. Combine with a cannon to attack a large area.
Seems like it might be.
A fan to blow enemies around. Or combine with Marona herself for show-stopping abilities that can turn the tide of battle.
Well, it looks a little bit more unique than the
Phantom Brave, the
other
Lost
RPGs
Hero,
we've seen today.
launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
LTTP4S was a GBA remake of Link to the Past, and Four Swords was a multiplayer
This
exclusive.
one's
Yeah.
gonna take you for a ride.
I never knew that was a thing.
7 arcade games featuring Marvel
Whoa,
and Capcom
Marvel
characters
vs.
are fighting
Capcom
their
as
way
well.
onto Nintendo Switch as one collection. Clash in
Cool.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Duke it out in Marvel vs. Capcom 2: New Age of Heroes.
I wonder how much of a hassle it was to sort out the licensing for this one.
Kingpin in the beat-em-up side-scroller The Punisher, and more. Hit up training mode to polish your fighting skills and combos. Select online mode to challenge rivals around the world. Or play co-op in The Punisher. You can also cross over to the museum to view artwork or
Oh.
listen to music from each game.
That's always nice.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Arcade
I didn't
classics.
know that song was
Nintendo
from
Switch
was
this
from
year.
this. You know, one of these games anyway. Oh. Ah. So is this a sequel, or are they finally giving more boards? No, it's a new one because Bowser's there.
Get ready to jump into the biggest selection of Mario Party minigames yet in Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay, they're going to have to come up with a
Let's
unique
see some of
subtitle
the
for
new
each one
boards where
now.
You'll compete to collect the most stars. Take the escalators to travel between floors.
Okay,
in
I don't think it's
Rainbow
Coconut Mall.
Galleria.
No.
Use in-game coins to get a star at half price when they're on flash sale. But act fast.
Oh, and you can play as Ninja. Which game was Ninja a playable character in?
With the new Turbo Dice item, you can move up to 40 spaces with a lucky roll. Here on
Okay.
Goomba Lagoon, the ebb and flow
Wasn't
of the
really.
tide
I
can
kind
change
of
your path.
blinked. Was that a Mario Kart
Stop
board?
When the volcano blows its top. Along with 5 new game boards, 2 boards
Okay.
from previous Mario Party
Ah.
games make their return.
Okay, so more classic ones as well. Western
Mini
Land.
games are action-packed challenges, speed trials, a battle of wits, and more. And some are controlled by gently shaking or tilting your Joy-Con controllers. With over
Fair dues.
110 mini games, there's a wide variety to enjoy. Also,
I wonder if there are any classic minigames returning as
20
well.
players can go head-to-head online in the Coupathlon mode. Compete against your rivals and aim for first place. Try your best to come out on top.
Okay, weird having Bowser as the giant enemy when he's also a playable character.
The biggest Mario Party yet will soon be underway when Super Mario Party Jamboree launches on Nintendo Switch October 17th.
Well, it's nice to see that they haven't forgotten about Mario Party.
シリーズ完全新作
Maybe that's why they haven't done anything more with Superstars, because
新たなボード
they were working on this one. And it's still only 5 boards. Maybe, hopefully they'll add more this time.
ボリュームの本作をお楽しみください
The biggest Mario
次
Party,
は
huh?
こちらの
Wow.
映像をご覧ください
Which game was Spike playable in? I feel like Ninja and Spike were both playable in, like, non-mainline ones. Okay, hang on. Is this Zelda 1? Well, if it is, then it's less of a faithful remake than Link's Awakening was. Maybe it's the Oracle games. I don't actually know enough about them to be sure. Or maybe it's an original game in that style. Do you play as Zelda in this one? Now hold on a minute. Could this be a Legend of Zelda game where the title is actually accurate? I guess so. Okay, interesting that they would do an original game in that same style as Link's Awakening remake.
ご覧いただいた映像はシリーズ最新作ゼルダの伝説知恵の借り物です。
Okay, well you didn't have to wait too long for a new game
ゼル
then.
ダ姫一人になってしまいましたが、今回はゼルダ姫が主人公です。となると、
I don't know if vanished is the term I'd use, more so lost to the void.
思われる方もいるかもしれませんが、今作は見下ろし型ゼルダの当たり前を見直して、
okay.
新しい遊びに挑戦しました。映像を用意しましたので、こちらをご覧
Not
ください。
since the CDI games, yes.
Stolen away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have
I
appeared.
mean, maybe that's why it's
many people,
oh dear.
including Link.
Maybe that's why it
Now
did come out so
alone,
soon, because they
Zelda
reused this
needs their
engine.
Tri. Receives a mysterious staff called the Tri-Rod and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save her
Okay, she
kingdom.
gets her own Navi as well.
By waving the Tri-Rod at a table she found, Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called an echo. Once you
Sorry?
learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like. Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a leg up. Just
Okay.
like that. You
Tears
can
of the
create
Kingdom
wooden
Light.
boxes, old beds, and unusual things like water blocks. How you use them separately or together is entirely up to you.
Interesting,
Learn and create
interesting.
echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Oh, that's so goofy.
Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw a rock echo, for example. That's not all, though. You can also create echoes of monsters. After doing so, they'll fight by your side.
Okay.
Monsters
Cool.
have different abilities.
Surely you
so
have like a
choose the one you
limited
want to create
energy
based
supply, so
on
you
the
can't just
situation.
spam moblins everywhere.
Wisdom is key, after all.
Okay, well that's a large selection of tools, but they're gonna have to be pretty smart to not end up with it just being you having one dominant strategy for pretty much everything.
Now in Zelda's
Oh,
hand.
Deco Tree.
いかがでしたか？ゼルダ姫ならではの知恵を生かす借り物の遊びを
Well,
ご覧
that's
いただき
certainly
ました。
unique. It could easily be more cumbersome than just,
正直
you know, and less intuitive than just swinging a sword as well.
どの借り物をどのように使うかによって謎解きも敵とのバトルもプレイヤーの数だけ冒険が変わる、そんなゲームに仕上がっています。ゼルダの伝説知恵の借り物は
Yeah, it could easily have the scribble notes problem, where once you discover the most powerful thing you can use, you will always use it.
発売します。ゼルダ姫が主人公の新しい遊びをどうぞお楽しみに。それではお借りしたこの場は高橋さんにお返しします。
Okie dokie.
青沼さん、ありがとうございました。ゼルダの伝
And
説
that's still not the one more thing, TM.
どうぞご期待ください。引き続きヘッドラインをご覧ください。
And it's still not the one more thing, TM. Wow.
Let loose and party on.
Okay. Expected, I guess.
I don't care, but the people stare. I'ma do me, I'm gonna dye my hair. I don't care, the world is mine, you better
I remember the first Just Dance. It came out on Wii, and it was so, like, low budget. It was just like a funny little idea that they had. And it was mostly old classics rather than annoying new pop songs. But then it massively took off and it became a huge thing. And then the following installments were all much more polished. And now it's this bland global brand. Okay. Just Dance was the last game for the Wii in 2017.
A new Lego adventure
Not Just Dance 1, right? You just mean one of.
It's the world
Right,
of Horizon
I heard about
in
this.
Lego form.
Horizon
Machine Hunter
in
Aloy on
Horizon
quest
Zero
to save
Dawn,
the world from an
but
ancient
Lego.
evil. Journey through lush landscapes. Dive deep into the cauldrons.
What
Climb
a
up
strange
the
idea.
mountains, and traverse other
But,
locations inspired by the
You know,
original game.
this makes more sense as a Lego tie-in than
Machines are lurking
Pharrell
everywhere.
Williams. Was that the guy?
Use an array of gadgets like
'Cause this
blasters
actually
and
has, like,
gravity bombs to hunt 'em down.
Cool monsters and
From the nimble watchers
things that you could actually make out of
to
Lego.
mighty sawtooths. You might even come across the fearsome Thunderjaw. As you progress, you can help Aloy rebuild her home and customize her appearance with lots of outfits. Oh, and you
Extremely
don't have to
not
explore
lore-friendly.
the wilderness alone. Team up with familiar faces from the world of Horizon in 2-player local or online co-op.
Okay. So I wonder how much it's going to be
Horizon
like the
Adventures launches on Nintendo
classic Lego
Switch
games
this
then.
winter.
Excuse me. That was a voice crack. And indeed Horizon itself.
Stray's journey begins.
Oh. Was Stray not already on Switch? I guess not. Yes, I'm seeing the downgrade in the visuals now.
Experience a decaying cyber city through the eyes of a cat.
Yes. Who could forget the classic game which made you think it was going to be about a cute cat exploring by itself, and then it turned into a story about a cyberpunk post-apocalypse society with robots and lots of dialogue?
And stealthily squeeze into tight spaces. Think like a cat to make
And then
your
it stops
way
really
through
being
the
about the cat at all? No.
Careful though. Not everyone is excited to have you slinking around, including hordes of hostile creatures ready to swarm. Keep exploring to venture into more areas of this unfamiliar world and make your way back to safety. Stray finds its way.
It's not like I
onto
dislike
Nintendo
the game or
Switch
anything or think
this
it's not
winter.
cool, but it does feel like one of those cases where they came up with a really cool premise and then they weren't sure how to build a game around it. Oh, those are hobbits. I thought they looked like hobbits. I didn't look at the
Lord of
text.
the Rings. Now, a leisurely existence, nestled away in an idyllic, quiet corner of Middle-earth can be
Oh, okay.
yours.
You get to see Middle Earth when the world isn't ending.
And settle into life in the Shire. As a newcomer to the little haven of Bywater, you'll befriend your neighbors, work together to solve problems.
So it's one of
and
these
even
games,
share
but
a
Lord of the
meal.
Rings.
Or 3. Explore, garden, fish, forage, and cook.
Of course,
The
it
best
has
way
a...
to build a
Well,
Hobbit community
is there
by
a farming
hosting a
sim?
dinner
I saw
party with
gardening.
homemade dishes. Plus, you can trade
Oh
with
dear,
your
there are
neighbors
black
for
hobbits.
unique
Someone's going to be upset
decorations
about
or
that.
special ingredients for even
And it's
tastier
not exactly
meals.
lore-friendly, but...
Friendly hobbits and familiar faces await your arrival when
Is that
Tales of the
Gandalf?
Shire
That's not Ian
launches
McKellen.
on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Still love Stray? Fair enough.
Investigate,
Oh.
interrogate, checkmate.
Objection!
2 Ace Attorney spin-off games, including a sequel that was previously
I like
unreleased
that they're
outside
still
of Japan,
using
are coming
those
to
same
Nintendo Switch
poses.
as one collection.
They don't animate them smoothly now.
As the
They
prolific
still use 2D
prosecutor Miles
sprites.
Edgeworth, take the case out of the courtroom and investigate crime scenes.
It's part of the visual
Gather
identity of Ace
information by
Attorney.
Interviewing people and inspecting evidence. Then use the power of logic to solve challenging
Wait, you're playing
cases.
Edgeworth?
Enjoy all new
guess they did say it was a
hand-drawn
spin-off.
character visuals from the original series character designer, or swap to the original sprites. For
Ah,
more
well there you
classic
go
look.
then.
Take a break from your investigation to explore the gallery.
More concept art.
Where you'll find character art, music, including orchestral arrangements,
And more music as an extra.
Past and present collide as you uncover the truth at
Excuse
any
me.
cost. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection launches on Nintendo Switch September 6th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo
Well,
eShop.
they said it was about 40 minutes long, but it's I've been live for 43 minutes now, and we're still not at the one more thing TM.
いつもの街、いつもの光景。毎日それが続く。なんだよ、これ。なんなんだよ。あ、くそ。
Monsters like that look so goofy when there's a real person mocapping them.
After a devastating attack by unknown assailants, Takumi Samino's life gets turned upside down.
Is this something I'll have heard of, or
Mascot
what?
suddenly appears.
Oh, he's got a brain.
Takumi manages to get out of harm's way. He's then forced to enroll at the Last
What?
Defense Academy, along with 15 other students.
みんなでこの学園を守るんだ。
Their mission is
What?
to defend the school from
I mean, of
hostile
course it's a
student
school
enemies
as well,
for
but
100 days.
what? That's not the gameplay I was expecting either.
Academy shrouded in secrecy. And the unavoidable loss of allies.
Okay.
Can Takumi survive this?
It's from the creator of Danganronpa. You know, that explains a lot.
And return to his normal life? The creators of Danganronpa present.
Oh, well, there you go.
Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
early
100.
next year.
That's what it says. Okay.
Embark on a saga spanning generations.
Alright, well, I already know what franchise this is.
A full remake of Romancing Saga 2 is marching on to Nintendo Switch. Rule and expand the Empire of Beren across multiple generations, while challenging the legendary 7 heroes who have turned to darkness.
So, what console was this game originally on?
Returning Saga features like glimmers to learn skills.
I don't really know anything about the Saga
Formations to enhance
series.
abilities. Turn-based battles have also evolved into timeline battles, where the action order is key.
PS2?
Innovative features like United Attack can also help with strategy. How will you expand your empire? And in which order will you fight the
Interesting.
7 heroes? Every decision you make will dramatically alter the course of the story. Safeguard your empire's future and protect your legacy from peril.
Okay, well, not that interesting for me personally.
7 heroes may emerge victorious. Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven launches on Nintendo Switch October
Okay.
24th.
Oh, it might have been PS1.
フルリメイクで蘇るロマンシング
Okay,
サガ2
oh, are we done with anime games now?
ここまで任天堂ダイレクトをご視聴いただきありがとうございます次が最後の映像
Here it is, the one more
ご覧
thing.
ください
Metroid Prime 4, here we come. Oh, is it actually Metroid? Oh. Wait. Is it actually? Did I did I call it and it finally actually is it? But it's not set in the same time period as the other 3 Prime games, if so then, because she had her newer ship. I did. Well, there you go then! It finally happened. You know, I still was thinking maybe it's a little too early to be expecting it. Yeah, so I guess they already had the engine, set up by now then, if they could make the Prime 1 remake. Well, I hope this advances the story of the Metroid series then. But, you know, in what sense is it a Prime game now if it's not set in that time period? Or is it, you know, like they could just handle it. There it is, Metroid Prime 4, yay! And it's now that there we go. We finally saw more from it after 7 years. When did they restart development? It was early 2018 or 2019. $2025, there we go. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's been the first thing on my mind on pretty much every Nintendo Direct since 2017. And it finally actually happened. After a very long time indeed.
ようやく新たな情報をお伝えすることができました。発売は2025年を予定しています。
You know, Beyond is a bit of a
お待ちいただくことになりますが、
extremely basic subtitle, but
ぜひご期待ください。
Yeah, let's hope it's worth the wait, eh?
以上となります。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, that was a solid direct. I don't think there was anything that I really would need to, like, skip from the main channel version then. Still hoping for Mother 3. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that was pretty solid, wasn't it? FF7 remake happened eventually, yeah. Excuse me. Was it white? What? Never mind then. I was going to refresh my memory on what I saw. Oh yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. New Zelda, new Metroid. You know, actually delivering on the promise finally. No Animal Crossing, but a couple of things that looked a lot like it. A couple more farming sims. More RPGs. Oh yeah, the Mario and Luigi, of course. Yes, how could I forget? Well, that definitely looks cool. Yeah, a couple of things which I didn't have much reaction to, but nothing like... there was one... I don't even remember what type of game it was that boring, but it was pretty much slap bang in the middle of the previous Direct. And I checked my viewer retention, and it was, you know, big spike on Princess Peach's sword fighter outfit, big spike on Thousand Year Door. Pretty much nobody was watching during that particular game. So that's the type of thing I would cut out, but I don't think there was anything that I really need to this time, so that's nice. Well, I don't suppose I have that much more to say. Like, it's not like with Pokemon, where I probably will be buying the next mainline thing. I know I played Mario and Luigi, my brother has. Oh yeah, new Mario Party as well. I've never played Zelda or Metroid either, actually. Maybe one day I shall. But yeah, that's all from me then, so I guess I'll see you all around. Good night, everybody.